just gonna reset this deck here. This is the Psychic Tarot, okay? Well, I'll wait for some people to come in. If anyone come in, I didn't have this scheduled or anything. Like I really don't have it like that. So, okay, I got that on mute. Awesome, 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 awesome. For those who do not know me, I am Mystic Storm, and I'm here to clear the path to a new life with you. I use divination, I use cards, astrology, energy healing to help us transform our lives, okay? Yeah. For those who do know me, hey, how you been? How was the eclipse season for you? How was Mercury retrograde? We're out of Mercury retrograde. So it's kind of like, whew, we can kind of take a breather, but you already know we in the Mercury retrograde shadow period, so there's that. And also for those who know me, we have a new setup, okay? Because I am in my own business suite space. That's what I've been doing during the eclipse and Mercury retrograde season. I signed a lease at a wonderful space called Create Hub here in Nashville. And yeah, I'm like, I can just probably pop to show my products here because I hardly ever do that because I've been inside my home for majority of the on my YouTube career. But yeah, I'm gonna show y'all real quick. If I can, yeah. I'm trying to switch. There we go. So here are my products here. We have some candles. We have rose water, like conditioning rose water, jewelry, hair oil. You see incense as well. We got, hold on, cleansing sprays. We have intention oils, mojo bags, bath salts, teas, more candles. And I have some reference books down here, as I'm in my study time. So, just wanted to show y'all that real quick. I am very proud of myself for getting this all together. I would like to thank my spiritual team. I'm so grateful to make this happen, okay? So I'm an advocate for transforming your lives, to build up on yourself, to bet on yourself, to take the leap of faith that you need, okay? So, yeah. Make sure y'all check out my website. It's msbotanica.com. All right, if you want to book a reading, services, energy healing. I also do distance Reiki, okay? So, get at your girl. So, I am resetting this deck, and I'm really excited to dive into this Taurus New Moon energy, okay? Because, now I'm in a different space. It's like, I'm really just ready to get down to the nitty gritty. I mean, I used to be at my house, and for those who watch my lives or watch my videos, towards the end of it, like the chair there, it was just giving me a bad time. And I was just like, I cannot deal with this, okay? So, we're going to get into the reading, the astrology reading as well. I do plan on doing the zodiacs, going through the different houses, okay? And yeah, so Stay tuned for that. All right. So, okay. I got notes, y'all. I'm ready because we are really going to, well, if you do, utilize this Taurus new moon to lock in your manifestations, okay? And why I say that is because, one, we can just break down the energy here. The date, 5/19/23. I did 23 instead of 2023, which could change the number, but everything is flowing. So I did it for a reason. I broke it down for a reason. The card I pulled just before all of this made sense for after I wrote all of this stuff down. So I'm going to keep just 23 instead of 2023. Okay? So 5/19/23 breaks down to 20, which further breaks down to 2. Okay? 2 represents balance, right? Harmony, choices and decisions, spectrums, relationships, partnerships, and also thinking about polarity. Okay? Polarity. And then got into diving into like transmutation and the vibrational scale, right? Especially when it comes to polarity. All right. I would like to start with the Whispers of the Ocean card that I pulled. I'm seeing this more and more as like an ancestral card, ancestral deck. Okay. And the number is 28, and it says seeing both sides, which we talked about 2, polarity. Take a step back and try looking at this from a different perspective, okay? So there might be something in your life that's going on that you're needing to change your viewpoint, change how you feel about this thing, especially if you're trying to manifest, right? Or you're trying to attract, all right? So I do want to read. I got my books here, my reference, easy access. Don't have to really go back and forth. The Kabbalion, okay? The Kabbalion, and I did not bookmark, and I should have, but I was in the section of polarity. There we go. And I have a few things highlighted that I just want to cover, okay? There's a quote in here that says, everything is and isn't at the same time. All truths but half truths. Every truth is half false. There are 2 sides to everything. There is a reverse side to every shield, etc., etc. And also it said, I'm skipping down, they begin by showing the spirit and matter are but 2 poles of the same thing, the intermediate plane being merely degrees of vibration. Okay? So this is going into spectrums, right? When I said this is what the number 2 represents. All right? And then, yeah. And they go into, you can't, love can never be east or west or red or violet, but it can turn into hate. And then we can transmute that back into love. Just like courage can be transmuted to fear, but it can also be transmuted back to courage. So this goes back into the what is it, vibrational scale of emotions. Okay, so I'm skipping. It says the transmutation always being between things of the same kind of different degrees. So it's the importance to know that you have the power to change your vibration in order to manifest, in order to lock in what you're wanting to do. And I do want to emphasize that based on the astrology chart, some of you, I tried to do StreamYard. I gotta get like streaming equipment. And, it's on the way. That's fine. But for now, it will be in the description box once I finish the live for you to review as well. And yeah, I'm going to move this a little closer. Yeah. So with the astrology chart here, we have a Taurus stellium. Okay, a stellium is when, I believe, 3 or more planets are in a certain sign. So that means we are heavily, heavily in Taurus. Okay, and what does Taurus represent? It represents value, it represents career, it represents money, it represents daily habits, okay, your work environment, all of that, okay. And I want to bring, I'm rearranging. Really? That's because I was watching Hulu before taking a break. Okay. So there we go. Yeah, so we have that Taurus stellium here. And what's on there, we have the sun, the moon, we have, and those are at 28 degrees. We have Uranus, Mercury, the North Node, which is a big deal, to me at least, the MC as well, at 0 degrees, and Jupiter, right? So it's a lot going on in Taurus. Taurus is in the 10th house. That is Capricorn's energy on top of that. We have 2 earth signs. So this is really helping us get that good foundation, okay? And Capricorn is all about long-term goals. And I just put 2 and 2 together. Y'all gonna see in a second because I was diving deep. Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Okay, and I'm jumping. I know I'm jumping from my normal right up here, but Venus is trine with Saturn. Okay, so even through these major obstacles that are going on here, which I'll get to, there's still harmony there. Okay, and going back to the Taurus stellium in Capricorn, that means we're really drilling down on what we're wanting to accomplish, our goals, our desires, or you can be on that side of the spectrum, right? Or, because we're talking about polarity, you might feel really stuck in a rut. It's like a constant loop of like downward spiral. Okay. So that's why we're going to talk about the vibrational scale of emotions, because you can spiral upward or you can spiral downward. All right. And with Taurus energy, it's a fixed sign. So that's why I said lock this in, because I believe whatever emotions you're putting out, especially during this time, you're locking in what you're calling into your life. And that's anytime, because emotions, that's where the magic is. Okay? That's where the magic is. So with the vibrational scale, I kind of want to look at this one, but it's not, I can't really see it as well, the writing. Oh, I like this one. A different one. So the low vibrational scale is shame. Who has someone may feel shameful, right? That's the low. It's like you feel like all hope is lost. It's very, it's a, I would say it's a primal feeling because they have it like read as root chakra, because root chakra is where our fears lie, okay? So it goes up. Ooh, I kind of like this, even though The light's gonna turn back on. It's motion censored, so I guess I'm not moving enough. But yeah, so the vibrational scale goes up. We got guilt, apathy, grief, fear, right? So we think fear is the lowest vibration. Man, we had 4 before we got to fear. All right. Then we go up, desire, anger, pride, and then ding, 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 courage. I stop here at courage. Courage is like that vibration of green. I get that heart chakra. Think of the strength card in tarot. Okay, courage can get you far, right? If you have courage, I'm kind of hearing like courage and faith are kind of in a spectrum. I have never heard that. That's how it's coming down to me right now. Um, Faith and courage, okay? Because if you have the courage, you can go forward in faith, right? We go up, neutrality, willingness, acceptance, right? Hangman energy, reason. Then we get to love, right? Love is like Christ consciousness, okay? So they have numbers as a scale. I don't know if this is in hertz or whatever it is, but shame, going all the way back now, shame starts at 20. Courage is 200. So you got to go up a few, like 180 notches, right, to get there. Then from courage to love is 500. Well, because love is 500, excuse me. So courage is 200, love is 500. So that's making it, it's making it 300. And then we think that love is it, right? Because that's kind of love is like Christ consciousness. Because we all want to love. If we spread love and unity, that's great. But there's more, right? Joy is 540. Peace is 600. And enlightenment is 700 plus. Okay? So I love that a lot of people at this point in time that I'm filming this are trying to protect their peace. All right? They're choosing peace, right? Stepping into that. And that's big. That's going up the vibrational scale. But peace can also, it can go down. We are energy beings. Energy flows in throughout us depending on the environment, depending on what you're exposed to, stimulated by. So there might be times where it fluctuates, okay, your vibrational scales of emotions. Because think about it, how many emotions do you have during the day? Me, I have a hell of a lot. I don't know about you, but I do. Okay? So with all that, knowing that you have the power inside of you to to radically shift these vibrations. This is where ritual comes into tact, self-care, self-love, um, taking time to rest, clear your mind, meditation, whatever works for you, right? Whatever works for you to get you to that level, all right? So I wanted to talk about that. We're gonna scooch back to the astrology chart. We do have, again, we talked about the Taurus stellium. The sun and the moon is in Taurus. We have the Taurus new moon. When the sun and moon is conjunct, we cannot see the moon because they're together. So that creates a new moon, all right? So the new moon here, there's a few aspects that I want to talk about. We have Mars, now that conjunction of the sun and the moon is sextile Mars and Cancer in the 12th house. So our drive, our will, maybe even, our fluctuation of passion. And maybe we can get some anger in here too, because Mars is the god of war. All right. It's in Cancer though. Cancer in the 12th house. 12th house is Pisces. So when you think about that, that's double water. So there may be with Pisces here, there's a deep spiritual awakening that's coming. Think about the subconscious. Um, the changes that you make in this season are going to definitely solidify if we get it to reprogram our subconscious. Okay, there we go. Lights on. And then Cancer too is that nurturing side. All right, that nurturing aspect. Now, Mars is opposing Pluto retrograde in the 6th house, right, in the sign of Aquarius. And the Pluto retrograde is trine with the sun and moon conjunction, right, the new moon in Taurus. So this is saying that the transformations, this is it's going to happen. Of course, everything is collective, but this particular era here, it's made to transform, yes, transform the way we analyze things, we organize, because sixth house is Virgo's energy. You want to think about the service that you're wanting to provide for people, or how you would like to be of service, your purpose, okay? And then also thinking about routines and habits. Routines and habits. I was thinking about how they say, don't worry about like tasks or something more. It's more systems. Develop more better systems. If you have systems in place, everything will flow accordingly, right? So again, the changes we're making within Taurus season is going to help. This could be in the categories of love, of career, and of health. Okay, for sure. We also have, with the sun and moon conjunction, right? The new moon in Taurus, we have it's sextile with Neptune and Pisces in the 8th house. Okay, with this is, I feel like the dream world will really be beneficial for us to tap into. Working on recalling your dreams or developing a better nighttime routine. I know for me, that is something that I've always tried to get into, and for some reason, it's just up until this point, it has been challenging, but we're going to get there. So maybe incorporating a few things or one thing at a time to get a better routine down for bedtime, to really be intentional so you can recall your dreams more. You might get very vivid dreams during this time. That's probably going to help you align with your purpose. That's going to reawaken you in a sense where it's going to give you the fuel to really change, to really we talk about change and transformation, but it could be scary or daunting at some points, or that's where that fear comes in. But transmuting that again to courage. It's not saying that fear never exists, that shame never exists. All of these emotions are meant to be felt, but being stuck in them. All right. This is energy that can slip you up if you don't be mindful. Escapism is very prominent. I would say definitely because Taurus energy is very indulgent. All right, we do have Jupiter in Taurus as well, so that is amplified. And then with it being trine with, excuse me, sextile with Neptune and Pisces in the eighth house, that's major like fantasy world, escapism, illusions, okay, manipulation, okay. This could, I'm hearing, I said naivete. That's how I heard it. In my mind, it's like we can be maybe a little bit naive at this point because we're wanting things to pan out the way that we want them. So that's like be mindful of scammers, be mindful of your interactions with people, be mindful of what you're subscribing to or what you're being influenced by. Okay, what you're being influenced by, making sure that you trust and have faith in the systems that you're applying, because believing is going to help elevate this metamorphosis better. Okay, so we did talk about Venus in Cancer in the 12th house, with Saturn in the 8th house. We did talk about that. And Cancer and Saturn, um, I'm sorry, Venus and Saturn, right? But I'm thinking about Cancer and Saturn for a moment because that's also the mother and father archetype, the polarities, right? Because Cancer is fourth house energy, which is about the mother, family, ancestors, roots, okay? And Saturn is Capricorn, which is like the father archetype, authority, um, long term goals, emperor vibes, like very disciplined and diligent and working towards building. All right. With Cancer's energy, the mother archetype, I will say the South Node is in the fourth house. Okay. So the North Node and the South Node are polarity points, right? North Node is where we're going, where we're heading. And the South Node is where we've come from, our karma, our ancestors, right? And the fact that the South Node is in the fourth house, too, I feel like ancestor veneration would be very, very prominent, very good at this time. Should be all year round if you're into that. If not, that's okay. All right. But working with the ancestors might be really good for you at this time. You may want to research working with the ancestors. You may even find yourself wanting to cleanse the bloodline or get rid of any dysfunction in your family. Also, this might be a time where going back to self care and utilizing the feminine archetype. Okay, you make sure you're going back and using these tools while we're heavily in the 10th house energy, right? With 10th house Capricorn Saturn, right? So with the mother and father archetype, the masculine and feminine energies, right? So knowing that we have both of these energies within us despite our gender, okay? We have these energies within us and we can fluctuate between those because it's a spectrum, okay? Right now, we are heavily fixated in the masculine. Um, and there is some obstacles that are going to be there. There might be like I'm feeling like more like inflammation type feel because Mars is squared off with Jupiter. Remember, in Taurus, it's in the that first degree or 0 degrees. So this is going to be highly, highly amplified. And then we have Pluto retrograde is squared off with Jupiter again, along with the North Node and Mercury that's in Taurus as well. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is there might be some things that we've probably brushed off or we couldn't comprehend at the time that we received it. And things are going to be brought up to the surface. We are in Mercury's shadow period, so we're not out the water yet. So don't be surprised if some material comes up to where you're relearning something, trying out a skill, or revisiting a project or a routine that you haven't done in the past, or that you haven't done that you wanted to try, or you've done and you forgot about it. Okay, I really feel like the mind, we we can't carry that much in our minds at once or all the time. So this is why keeping notes, keeping track, um, voice notes, whatever you can, documentation is definitely key here. Okay, I'm trying to see what else. Oh, I did write this too about the Venus and Cancer 12th house trine with Saturn and Pisces in the 8th. Said bringing nurturing compassion to yourself while implementing and integrating new ways of life. Okay? So it's funny because I was on live this morning with the Sister Circle. My mentor, Ia Tyra Omalade, was asking us, what do we beat ourselves up about? And I believe I said something about trying to be more efficient and organized. And I said all of this before looking at the chart. And it's funny that that sixth house energy with Pluto retrograde is in there, right? Um, and she went on to talk about um, we're really hard on ourselves. How, say, if I forget something, I will be like, oh, why did I do that? Oh my gosh. But say if someone else said like, oh, I forgot something, oh, it's okay. It's okay. Like, we'll work it out. Okay. So, and it's funny, this is how it's coming in my mind. Being that nurturing motherly archetype versus being like a drill sergeant in your mind. So working on compassion and forgiveness with yourself as well as others. Okay. Um, that does bring me to a candle that I want to burn for the collective here. And I do want to make sure that I put the timestamp for this one. Okay, so yeah, I want to do a compassion and forgiveness candle. This is going to be for the collective, again, like the collective community service candle that I do. It will be pink. Pink is really good for compassion, heart chakra, forgiveness. Also, it's good for reconciliation with relationships, sweetening relationships, okay? Relationships with self and others. All right? Yes, yes, yes. And you can, if you want to sign up, make sure you can contact me. I did not change anything on my website. Normally people, they can just donate via Cash App or PayPal. My Cash App is the $ Mystic Storm 333, and then PayPal is the @ Mystic Storm 333. Okay, so if you like to do that, that would be great. Your name will be added on the petition, as well as you'll get a exclusive reading. Okay, like that collective bunch right there, that community bunch will get a collective reading. Okay. Okay. We did talk about Mars and Pluto square Jupiter. We did talk about that. We talk about Mars trine Neptune in the 8th house. I really do feel like our passions are going to be like visualization is going to really, really, really help in facilitating this like law of attraction type energy, or just attracting what you're wanting to bring, who you're becoming into the now, syncing up and lining up with that. Okay, and then we talked about the South Node. Cool. So I think that's all the points here. I'm trying to see if there's like extras I would like to talk about. That Chiron man in Aries. I mean, this is the year where we're learning how to love ourselves enough to not really care how other people view us, and be bold in that. Okay? That Sagittarius energy, because this is currently in the 9th house. 9th house is about faith, travel, optimism, higher learning. Okay? So maybe there might be some might be self-conscious about starting a new venture because you don't feel qualified. This is a great time to, again, brush up on those skills. I did talk about how bringing the skills and the routines back into surface, learning new material. This is a good time for retention and comprehension. Okay? And then I want to talk about part of fortune and Lilith. They're both in the 1st house. Is this still the 1st house? I'm trying to see where to break. Believe the part of fortune is still, nope, it's in the 12th. Okay. So the part of fortune is in the 12th house. So thinking about, gives me like mirrors and shadow work, and also like healing yourself, working on reprogramming, changing your perspectives. I feel like we'll have much success in that. Again, this is the energy that's surrounding us, so we already can be susceptible to it. But just imagine that now that you know this and you're applying it and integrating it into your life, how much more effective and potent this will be. Okay, so definitely changing our viewpoints is going to help, as well as Lilith in the 1st house. Both of these are in Leo. Okay, Leo is about joy, it's about bliss, it's about the inner child. Okay, it is about choosing you, it's about love and romance, it's about drama too. Okay, all right, am I the drama? Like, sometimes we are. And acknowledging that, working through that is going to help. All right. But that dark moon, Lilith, being there, that's our desire. Our desire is to be seen, is to shine bright, is to be happy, is to be joyous, is to do what we want to do, just be out, like, just carefree. Carefree. And it's funny that this is our desire, but there's so much going on in the Taurus in the 10th house, where it's like we feel like we gotta go, go, go. We gotta push it, push it, push it. You know, with the bull energy, Taurus, and the goat energy with Capricorn, it's like, let's go. Like, by any means. Okay? This is my girl Isha on here, Sacred Energy Exchange 222. Y'all make sure y'all follow her. Yes, she said it's speaking to you. Yes, Ashe. And ooh, just saying, I think I unlocked a new feature where we can go live together on here. It wasn't on there before, so I'm glad I'm continuing to go live so we can make that happen. Okay. But yeah, back into wanting to be seen, wanting to be heard. Well, yeah, bull energy, goat energy, pushing it to the limit. It's like we're doing that because that's what we want. We want to be successful. We want to be seen. We want to be heard. We want to be loved, right? We want to feel beautiful because that's the Venus energy, right? But is that how you really view yourself when you look in the mirror? Mirror work is very, very powerful. Okay? Loving on yourself, looking at yourself in the mirror, affirming, you know, how you want to be, who you want to be, how you see yourself is uh, it's liberating. It's liberating. So I would encourage you all to do some mirror work as well, preferably naked. Okay, preferably naked. Look at your whole body. If you see yourself staring at particular, parts of your body, zoom out, see the whole thing, and love on the whole thing. Okay, on you. Okay, and if you don't feel as beautiful, what can you do to get there? What can you do to get there? What systems, what routines, what habits can you do to glow from the inside out? Okay? So, yeah. Yeah. So, that's what we have for the astrology part. We're going to get into the different zodiac signs, which I am excited about. So, again, you can unlock or you can lock in your manifestations with this Taurus energy based on your emotions, based on your vibrations, using that polarity to really to transmute whatever obstacles, whatever challenges that you have in your life to shift it in a more upward spiral in your favor. Oh, so where is my lighter? Get some more incense going. Y'all probably can't even see this. This is a pro lighter. Or a raven. Excuse me. This one is a raven. This one's big. And it got a third eye. Love it. So, I want to say also Taurus energy, the organs that it represents. This is beneficial. Well, it's the nape of the neck, but I have to go back. May 19th. Okay. The neck, vocal cords, throat, thyroid gland. These are very sensitive at this time. And actually, again, it's funny that going into this, like, I really have been focusing on like the nape of my neck, and also like it's a spot right here. I get a sensation when I was practicing singing that it was like unlocking, like, yeah, that's the spot. Like, I feel like a resonance here. Singing, again, throat chakra, vocal cords, thyroid, all of this. Some people may want to get their thyroid checked. Definitely working with the throat chakra is beneficial at this time to express. All right, cool. So I'm gonna go back to this card. This was the collective card just pulling up. So all the notes I had, I wrote all of those down and pulled this before coming on here. I have to take my thumbnail, and it aligned with everything I wrote down. Seeing both sides. Take a step back and try looking at this from a different perspective. Shifting the narrative, right? Shifting it helps you shift through timelines. Again, the now is the portal to shift through timelines. So anytime you might feel stuck in a rut, coming back to the breath and working on aligning to what you're wanting to really align to, right? All right, so we're gonna get into the zodiacs. We're gonna start with Aries. Of course, we're gonna go Aries all the way down. Taurus, I would put you first, but you're next. So it's just like I don't want to get out of whack with that. All right. So, and Taurus, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, all my Tauruses. I love y'all energy. Y'all go-getters, right? Yes, you can be a little stubborn sometimes because of that fixed energy, but always here, if you locked in, ain't no switching up, right? But that contradicts everything I said, right? If you locked into something good, right, ain't no switching up. But no, you can switch up if you need to, okay? All right. All right, we're going to begin here. We're going to begin with the zodiacs with okay. It's like somebody just called me from Connecticut. Connecticut. Alright. I'm gonna use the Heal Yourself Oracle. I have this other one, the Chakra Insight Oracle, but there's chakra points within the Psychic Tarot, so I think I'm okay. I'm gonna use that one. All right. Okay, Aries, this is your reading, all right? We're going to get into it. So the house that is going to affect you the most is the ninth house, okay? Ninth house energy. Nope, I did that wrong. I just thought about it. I do it from where the moon is. It's the 10th house, actually. And with it being the 10th house, everything that I said during the astrology forecast may hit home for you. And yeah, you might be really focused on your goals, like your career, your money. Finances for sure might be an issue. You might tie your worth, your value with how much money you have in your account. So could be something where you need to shift and change your perspective on things, okay? So just bear with me, Aries. I'm trying to make sure I have all the houses lined up here for the future for everybody else too. But I'm glad that I caught that because I'd have been like, oh my God. Okay, so close. Boom. 1, 2, 11, 10. Boom. Okay, so we're gonna pull from the Psychic Tarot. Spirit, ancestors, guys, my messages, what guidance do you have for my Aries? We have Five of Pentacles, okay? Like, what did I say? You find yourself, your value with money, that poverty mindset. Like you may be stuck in survival mode. Okay, that's the root chakra energy because this is financial and material changes, but this is Five of Pentacles. So things might be shifting to where you might feel a little shaky. Um, y'all know Ralph Smart getting a little shaky, baby, or diving deep, infinite waters. I don't know. His voice was just in my head. Maybe you need to listen to some Ralph Smart. I haven't listened to Ralph Smart in so long. But needing that type of like lifting up that vibration to get out of the poverty mindset, okay? Poverty mindset for sure, scarcity mindset, lack mindset, okay? And knowing that with these financial changes, knowing that having your hands in maybe multiple things can help, multiple streams of income for sure. I'm also thinking about the herb five-finger grass. Five-finger grass. If you want to work on, money, money magic, that can definitely help. Okay. Then we have beauty for the heal yourself. Beauty. So it goes back into the mirror magic again that I was talking about. Seeing yourself as valuable, maybe using your beauty in a more high vibrational way versus a low vibrational way. Really tapping into like the serpent kundalini energy as well. Sex magic might be something that you want to dive into as well. But yeah, and but going with that scarcity mindset too, maybe you rely too much on your beauty to get you where you need to go, right? To bring in the big bucks, which beauty it does attract, but it only gets you so far. Okay? It only gets you so far. So making sure that you feel, and that's probably where the insecurity comes from. But know that you can attract more, yes, with your beauty, but also knowing that letting the beauty from the outside reflect the inside. Okay? If inside you feel like you're not worth anything or you have to overextend yourself, then it won't, you have to work harder, right? So this is letting the work or letting things come to you and being more receptive, operating more in your feminine energy, okay? Okay, my Aries. I also, and I've never seen this within this card, I see a dragon along with the snake, but the dragon is like a statue. Okay, so this is very ancient energy. This is activation type energy. This is um, tapping into different realms, into different vibrations, and different realms. Okay, knowing that you through this you are protected, and there's much more that meets the eye than just surface. Okay, so I hope that you all enjoyed my Aries comment. I love to read the comments. Leave me. I'm hearing the snake, but I'm staring at the peacock. I'm staring at the peacock feathers. So leave me the peacock. All right. All right. We're going to keep going and flowing. We're going to move to the Taurus energy. Taurus, my Taurus says. Okay, my Taurus, this is your reader. Happy solar return. Happy birthday. This is for you, okay? For you, for you. Dear ancestors, guys, what messages, what guidance do you have for my Tauruses? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. That's like always, North Node, South Node, whoever's here. All right, stand your ground. Seven of Wands. Okay, stand your ground. Take no stuff. All right. I feel like people might be trying you. People might be testing you. You might be tested from spirit, from the universe, from your ancestors. This is to show that you are equipped. These challenges, these obstacles that are in your way, these know that you are built for it. You are equipped to get through it, and you are going to thrive. Okay, after the well right before the Seven of Wands is the Six of Wands, which I did see when I was shuffling. That's success, that's victory. Okay, so you have victory, right? You've already probably seen a lot of changes in your life already this year with Aries season that had came up, new beginnings, and you're trying to keep that going, right? Stand your ground. All right. Um, I'm also thinking about like your ops or like your opponents, where think about like a lion, when or a wolf or however in the animal kingdom, like the alpha, when someone wants to challenge it, they have to defend their title, right? So it's stand your ground. Okay. Now that you realize who you are and what you are able to do, take no step and don't let nobody try to undermine you or try to influence you or scare you to not doing what it said that you were gonna do. Okay? Stand your ground. Alright? We're gonna do the Heal Yourself Oracle for my Taurus. Alchemy. Alchemy. Ooh. The dark side, shadow work, right? So with stand your ground, knowing that it's okay to look at the darker aspects of you, right? And not to shame them, right? But to transmute them, to heal it, to bring uplifting energy to it, raising that vibration, alchemy, okay? Magician vibes, okay? This is saying like the power is within you, okay? But you know this, Taurus. Sometimes we forget, and that's okay. You might need to brush up on your your magic if you do spell work. I know I'm trying to do this for my motion sensors. Okay. If you want to brush up on your magic, brush up on or rereading some spiritual knowledge or energy work. Maybe you might be into Reiki or just or energy work, and yeah, crystals for sure. She does have a crystal here close by her heart. You may need to work on the heart chakra, working on keeping that open. Fire magic might also be really good. Maybe there's some things that you need to release, let go of. Yes, we are in the new moon, but you can release and protect yourself at any time. So, yeah, you might want to burn some things, release, write things down and release that, okay? Be safe with the fire magic, okay? Don't say Mystic Storm told you to burn something and you trying to come for me because you burnt your house down. Be safe and be accountable, all right? All right, Taurus, I hope that you enjoyed your reading. Like, comment. I love to read the comments. Go ahead and leave me. I'm trying to think what was really good. Leave me a rose. Leave me a rose. She has some roses in her hair. You can see them, some blue roses. Leave me a rose. All right. All right, Taurus. See you in the next one. We're going to go into Gemini in a moment. We're at the 1 hour mark. Okay, Taurus, this is your reading. I'm sorry, Taurus, Gemini. It's Gemini's reading. And maybe I'm saying Taurus, yes, because I got out of it. But Gemini, your house is the eighth house. So you might be transforming something. You might also inherit something. The eighth house is also about inheritance, taxes, things like that. So it also has to do with money, right? So that's probably why I'm saying Taurus. So with inheritance, we're gonna say that it doesn't necessarily have to be money. It can be what are you gaining from the people that you're around, your environment, your job, working with certain people, thinking about that, or transmuting your thoughts on collaboration. Okay, that might be a big thing for you at this time, Gemini. Gemini, your card in tarot is the lovers. That's harmony, that's partnerships. You're all about duality. So maybe sometimes you feel like, well, I got it within me, so I don't need anybody else, right? But having partnership, even though you probably long for that too, having partnership is something that is beneficial, and not all partnerships have to be romantic. Okay, this can be with like friend wounds. Yeah, friend wounds might be a significant something that you are working on healing, and maybe this is why it takes you some time, or you may feel um, very closed off or introverted sometimes. Even though Gemini's, they if they're up more on the vibrational scale, they're pretty outgoing. Geminis are. So let's see. Let's tap in. What do you have? We got the light, which is the sun card. Okay. This did want to come out in reverse. Just letting you know. So there might be some pessimism here. Look, we got truth, which is the judgment card. So you might need to work on your being less pessimistic. Okay, you might be on heavy on one side of the spectrum than the other. Okay, so really working on transmuting this. This is a really good time for you to transform how you view relationships, how you view yourself. Yeah. So make sure you utilize this Taurus energy to lock it in. All right. We're gonna get into the Heal Yourself Oracle. Ooh, take off your mask. Take off your mask. Okay. Now, now Gemini, that's funny because maybe you avoid conflict. Okay, you try to avoid conflict, and you try to, or people please, or you know, you're not being your true authentic self. And maybe you're not being your true authentic self because the real you is pretty, it's a little dark in there. It's you probably haven't really touched on certain topics or certain emotions, and you're vulnerable and afraid to be vulnerable. Okay? Spirit is asking you to take off these masks, feel what needs to be felt. Also, not being so hard on yourself. Lighten things up. Go out and have fun or do things that you enjoy. Not don't be all work and no play. Find a balance within that. All right. Take off your mask and tell the truth and speak up on how you feel in these partnerships, in these connections. All right. Also, what did it say? All truths are but half truths, and all truths are half false, or something like that from the Kabbalion. What I'm getting from this is you are probably still trying to find yourself. Okay? My Gemini, you're probably still trying to find yourself, and that's okay. Um, take it a step at a time. Whatever sparks up that joy, right? Go towards it. Go towards it. Because that joy is going to align you to your north node, to your destiny. Okay? Um, you might even have a career shift or change, or something is changing in your life where you probably thought that you wouldn't have even thought you were in going to turn into that field, or you know change your style, the way that you are. But whatever, how you feel on the inside should reflect on the outside. So I feel like that's what this Taurus new moon is probably going to help you with. So yeah, just be open and be ready. I will say, for an example, I went through like a metamorphosis during the fall and winter, and I got a whole new wardrobe change. And when I did that, I got stuff that made me happy. Someone told me before that don't get graphic tees, or you should dress like this or dress like that. And I listened because that person was my partner at the time. And but I went through that breakup. I took that leap of faith, baby. Actually, yeah, a year ago, from a few days ago. And that's one thing about environments. Being true to yourself and taking off the mask, you'll realize that this ain't really where you're supposed to be. Okay? So, Gemini, I said change my wardrobe, and now I look in the mirror and I'm like, how I feel on the inside is what I see when I look in the mirror. So maybe if it's acceptance or not being validated, I'm pretty sure the more that you shine your light and be your authentic self, the people that will appreciate it will show up. Okay? So I hope that y'all enjoyed my Gemini. I'm a Gemini rising, so I feel this heavy. All right? Comment. I love to read the comments. Make sure you leave me, I guess, the twinkly stars, the 3 twinkly stars. Okay? Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We're going to move on to Cancer. Okay, Cancer, this is your reading. You are going to be probably most affected by the 7th house. All right? 7th house has to do with relationships, partnerships. This is Libra's energy. This is, again, the polarities, the balance. Maybe trying to weigh out, should I stay or should I go? Or, this or that. And it could It might be all of it. You could be on different sides of the spectrum. Everything could be good and great. Everything could be not so good and not so great. So it's again, how can you be the not musician, magician in your life to transmute this? Okay. So partnerships for sure. Because remember, I said the vibration of the new moon is the number 2. So you all might be finding or linking up with your partners. Doesn't have to be just romantic, even though romance is definitely on the table because 7th house is marriage as well. We got suffering and silence here. This is 9 of swords. Okay, suffering and silence. So there might be a lot of like anxiety, a lot of sleepless nights. Maybe again that should I stay or should I go? What should I do? Okay. Ooh, and this is aligning with victim consciousness. Victim consciousness for healing yourself. Sometimes we feel like we're doing everyone a favor by just doing it by ourselves, right? You might be very hyper independent. That is a trauma response, maybe because of abandonment issues, type of feel. And solitude is necessary, right? To work through these emotions. However, it's okay to call on a friend. It's okay to seek help, to seek guidance. If you would like to see a counselor, a therapist, a spiritualist, a spiritual advisor like myself to work through this, okay? And then victim consciousness. It's like, are you empowering yourself or disempowering yourself on the actions that you are, on the reactions that you have, right? It's like weaving, jumping to conclusions, uh, looking at the worst case scenarios. It's staying in that bubble is keeping you trapped. Mm-hmm. Looking at all the ghouls and the monsters on here with the victim consciousness. And some of these archetypes are actually protectors. I'm just saying it at that. And I don't know if I don't believe I'm looking at this with rose colored glasses. Okay, I said no, I'm not. But it's how you're using it, how you're using the tools. Just like everything is neutral, but it's the intent of the person. Okay? So, what is your intention on a certain aspect? So, say if your intention is to have more peace. We'll say that because everybody's talking about peace at this time. But you're stuck in your head and you're trying to work through it just within your mind and not speaking up for yourself outwardly, which a lot of that internal turmoil is affecting you and putting you in dis-ease, right? Which can manifest physically, right? Then also the victim consciousness, the woe is me, keeping that shame, that guilt, it keeps in low vibration. So what are you attracting? You're going to keep attracting this. And then it's only going to affirm what you believe, right? So just imagine if you flip the script and you have a different narrative. You take on a different role, right? In your movie, right? This is the evolution of you. This is a game changer. And you can use, like, for example, they have the snake energy, they have the wolf energy, they have the crow energy here. it's like how we were programmed and trained that these things are demonic or dark or bad or spooky. Maybe this is how you were programmed. Maybe people always told you you are only one way and you was never gonna be anything but that. And so you believed it. It's time to let go of that limiting belief. Okay? Once you do that, this will radically change your connections with people and align you to the people that's actually going to bring you more peace. Okay? All right. Man, my Cancers. All right. I hope that y'all enjoy Cancers. Comment. I love to read the comments. I really do. Um, leave me. They got a crow. Leave me a crow emoji because I love my crows. Love my ravens. Alright. Yeah. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep flowing. We're gonna move on to Leo. I will tell y'all, it takes me a while. Like I really want to get online and I'm like preparing myself and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. This and that. But it's something about when I press that go live button or when it's action in my head, I can it's like, what was I afraid of? Right? And maybe that's out there for someone else here. Like, we kind of psych ourselves out on some things. If that fear, again, you can transmute that to courage. Once you get up to courage on that vibrational scale, you can keep going. You can keep elevating, right? So, yeah, love it. Leo, speaking of courage, we're going to go to Leo. Okay, Leo, this is your reading. The house that's going to affect you the most is the sixth house. So the sixth house is Virgo's energy. So again, it has to do with like the daily habits, your organization, your health, health and fitness. So you might want to change up your routine on that. You might be very focused on your health. I heard alkaline. You might be wanting to do an alkaline diet. Drinking more water, vegetables, fruits, all of that. All right, really get into like the nature, like fruits are the Skittles, nature's Skittles, right? So you might have a sweet tooth, or sweets might be your weakness. Okay, finding those alternatives. Okay, like for example, frozen bananas. Like if you chop up the bananas, put them in the freezer, and then you take them out and you blend them. That can be alternative for ice cream. Okay, and I used to do that. I haven't done that in so long, but it's like, see how things are coming up to the surface that we forget sometimes that we haven't even utilized in how long. So you might want to look into something like that. Okay, so health and fitness, systems organization. Okay, also maybe releasing some of the weight on you. I'm getting like Nine of Wands, like burdens. Okay, so not putting too much burden on yourself or too much stress or pressure on yourself, Leo. I heard take. All right, yeah, because we got two Triumph cards. We have Transformation, which is death. Wow, and they're like right next to each other in the major arcana. Y'all saw me flip. I did not reset the cards all the way. I just, to shuffle to get up to clear it. We have death and then temperance, transformation, and patience. So the changes, the metamorphosis that you're going through, it's going to take some time to solidify. That's why systems are going to be beneficial at this time. And Spirit is just saying, just wait on it. Patience, patience, patience. Um, Patience, me and Patience have well, for the longest. I think I'm pretty good now. But I'm like, dang, I'm tired of waiting. I've been doing all the work. I've been doing when am I going when is it gonna happen? When is it gonna be my turn? Type thing. This might be how you feeling. Leo, when is your time to really to for the glow up? Uh Keep doing what you're doing. You're closer than what you think. And yeah, it's all in divine timing. I will say definitely divine timing. Base of the deck is destiny, which is wheel of fortune. Okay, in the traditional tarot, you got three triumph cards right here. This is not a game. Okay, not a game. Don't sleep on yourself because you're gonna miss your blessing. All right. All right. We're gonna get into the heal yourself oracle. One card, Spirit, one card from the please to sum it up. Thank you. How teachable are you? Ooh. Of course, where does patience come in? How teachable are you? This is being open-minded. This is getting out of the I know, and therefore uh, this is just how it's going to be done. Taurus energy will do that. Very fixed energy. Then the I know is Aquarius energy, which is also a fixed energy. And I believe, what do we have in the sixth house? Okay, I'm like, Lord, where did it go? Yeah, we have Pluto retrograde, which is like the death, the transformation, right? In the sixth house in the sign of Aquarius, that I know, right? So this is changing how you think, how you view things, how you approach to life. Yeah, be real open at this time. Try to go with the flow on how things are moving. It's okay to go against the grain too if you feel so called to. But again, how teachable are you? Having a more palatable mindset, being open and releasing and purging out those old mindsets, okay? So yeah, Leo. I hope that you enjoyed. Comment. I love to read the comments, and you can leave me a butterfly. Think about the butterfly effect. The changes, one thing that you make can be an impact on something beautiful in the future, right? So keep going. All right. All right. We're gonna get into Virgo. Okay, my Virgos, this is your reading. Your house is going to be the fifth house, okay? Fifth house is Leo's energy, love, bliss, drama, right? Flamboyancy, just you being out there. You might be ready to step out. The sun is out. Hey, what is it? Sun's out, buns out. So yeah, it's time to get out there, right? It's time for I'm hearing love galore, scissor. Love, 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 love yet. All right. Ooh, but we got this deception and envy. Seven of Swords. Interesting. Deception, disgrace. All right, but guess what? With this seven of swords, it's about being. This is like you being sneaky. Think of the fox energy, right? Foxes get a bad rep too, right? For being sneaky, for being deceptive in order to get what they want. But guess what? They're resourceful. Okay, they're resourceful. So maybe yeah, you got to play the game. That's where that drama comes in. You got to play the game, and to get what you rightfully deserve. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I will say if you're calling something in, just be mindful of how can I say this? It's sacrifice. Um, something is going to be taken away, right? Or you have to give up something in order for you to get what you desire. Okay. So when I say sacrifice, a lot of people, we think of like blood sacrifice. I ain't saying all that. I'm not. But it might be something in order to get what you want, you have to, it's an equal give and take, it's an exchange, right? So be mindful of that. And then Seven of Swords too, with the drama too, while you out there, just be mindful of the people around you, because a lot of them not really there for your best interest. Okay, they might just want to take, and not give that. That I'm thinking of Six of Pentacles, having that equal give and take. All right. So we have for the heal yourself, procrastination. Procrastination. So you might be putting some things off, or you feel like I'm thinking of a TikTok, and it's funny because the TikTok goes the clock. Um, that this lady was like, procrastination isn't all bad. Remember, just how I just said, this is tricky energy with the fox being resourceful. Procrastination isn't all bad if it's intentional, right? Putting things off when you have the right energy is, yes, it could be procrastination, but it's also efficiency, right? Thinking about it that way. Or if you want to just say procrastination is, something that you're struggling with and you want to get out of it or be better at it, how can you be more resourceful? How can you might even have to like trick yourself in a sense to motivate you to get it in. Like, think about, um, I'm like shifting energy. I'm thinking like music. I started singing a whole but like three different songs when we started your reading, Virgo. And yeah, so you might, and I mean, music might be something that benefits you the most right now to help get you motivated, get you pumped. The type of music is also going to make a difference. I'm starting to hear ringing in my ear. So making sure you're listening to frequency music, binaural beats, maybe lo-fi, something like that too is also going to help stimulate the mind. I don't want to neglect envy. Okay? Green, green, green. My favorite color is green, but this also is the heart chakra, right? The heart can the heart can, be open, or it can be hardened, right? And envy could play a role in maybe what's holding you back. Envy could be something that you're feeling, energy that's being put onto you. Because we talked about the drama, yeah, with the fifth house energy. Um, and yeah, the more you shine your light, the more that you're out there. Of course, people are gonna hate. You know, if they hate, then let them hate and watch the money pile up. Okay? Forget them. But don't let other people's energy that's being thrown onto you penetrate you. This is where protection comes in. Making sure that you protect yourself, especially while you're out here in these streets, because sometimes that low energy level could be what other people are putting on to you. Okay, so return to senders, ring of protection, cleansing is all going to be beneficial for you at this time. Okay, my Virgo. Okay. I hope that you enjoyed. Comment. I love to read the comments. Leave me. We got a grandfather clock? Hickory dickory dock. All right. The mouse went up the clock. Leave me a clock. All right. All right. That was interesting. We're gonna get into Libra. Libra, this is your reading. All right, the house that's going to affect you the most is the fourth house. This is Cancer's energy, so you might just have to take some time to heal, right? To feel. You might be all in the feels. You might be very emotional, very sensitive. Senses may be very heightened at this time, so your intuition might be on point. Trust it, trust it, trust it, okay? Water, being around water is going to be very beneficial at this time. Spiritual baths are going to be great. I would also suggest, alongside of spiritual baths, um, if you can get to a body of water, that would be great. But for those who cannot, and the bathtub is your friend. And I want to incorporate rose petals, lavender. I'm also hearing thyme. Okay? Thyme. The herb thyme. All right? All right. We're going to shuffle it up. This was like when I split the deck, right? I don't know if y'all seen it. Y'all saw, did I shuffle now? But y'all saw it come out, the death card. Okay? Transformation. This came out in reverse, so you might be resisting change. But change is inevitable, and you just have to go into like this acceptance, because right before the death card is the hangman. So maybe you did accept it, but you aren't really, I mean, it happened, but you didn't accept it. And you're probably still stuck in those emotions. So working on purging those energy or emotions, or feeling them to transmute them, right, is going to be beneficial. All right. I don't know why I was still shuffling here, but we got triumph or triumphant triumph, which is the six. No. It's what is the it's the chariot. That's the chariot. Number 7 is the chariot. So you're gonna have to be more focused, and maybe with everything going on, it might be brain fog, creative blocks, all this stuff, Libra. So to the point where you're like, what do I do? Right? Getting grounded. Again, it's warm outside. Go put your bare feet in some grass, okay? I was talking to Sacred Energy Exchange 222, and she was like, "Yeah, I just grounded myself and all this stuff." And I was like, I was feeling low because I've been in here all day, and I was like, before I get on live, let me go ground myself too. I went and stepped outside, went into the grass, and I was like, so much better. And I will say, if you go outside and you utilize the earth, the trees, the grass to ground yourself, make sure you leave an offering. Okay, it can be as simple as some water. Okay, just pouring some libations. Okay, all right. Look, self love. That's with the fourth house, self care, tapping into that feminine energy. You talked about spiritual baths, all of that, tapping into that routine. Yeah, yeah, it's just simple as water. Or say if you have nothing, like say if you have nothing, sing a song, say some encouraging words. Don't just dispel your negative energy. Get some good vibes too. You know, try to balance it because the earth needs it, especially now. She's not very happy. I mean, she does her job. She is the mother archetype, but we all think about moms and think about us as children. We don't really think about what we're doing or how our mother feels most of the time. Not if you were as a child, God bless you. But yeah, just making sure you leave an offering and making sure, yes, Libra, love on yourself. This transformation it's probably gonna feel brutal, a little turbulent, a little hard, painful, but it's gonna be worth it in the end. I promise. I really do. As for someone who has been through uh, a multitude of things, and I feel all my stuff. I'm a Pisces moon, so with the water element, working through that, and I have heavy air in my chart. So us as air signs, okay, all the thinking and all that, having a good foundation, self love practice, ritual has helped me. I would not be in this position if it wasn't for it. I probably would not be here on this physical plane if it wasn't for it. Okay? Because you know how the mind drifts and it tries to get you to do things that you don't necessarily need to do. Because when we go through changes, when we go through deaths, it's mainly a spiritual death, not a physical death or literal death, right? But since we're going through that change, that metamorphosis, and think about the butterfly and the chrysalis, it's melting, it liquefies. You think it's everything is done, all hope is lost, nothing else is gonna happen, it's done. It's not. It's not. So if you feel like that, like you can't go on, like you're ready to throw in the towel, my Libras, that's because you're about to level up. You are about to elevate. You can die without leaving this physical plane. Okay? Making sure that you continue or you begin to love on yourself more, showing the compassion that you need, the forgiveness that you need, okay? Raising that vibrational scale of the emotions. Again, I'm doing that compassion and forgiveness candle. That is going to be pink. Pink has to do with self love too. That might benefit you as well, okay? So that's all I'm going to say on that. All right, Libra. I'm sending you love, positive vibes, okay? Also scanning you with some rose quartz here, just a little quick. Yes, Sacred Energy Exchange 222 said you can literally die and still be alive. People don't get that. Yes. You know how many deaths I've had in this life? Phoenix rising, okay? Phoenix rising for sure. And that's the energy you're giving off to, Libra. Don't don't let this whatever that you're going through drown you. Know that you can float, that you can come to the surface and you can breathe, right, and swim to shore. All right. I hope that you all enjoyed Libras. Comment. I love to read the comments. Uh, she's not really. She's just kind of. She don't have that much. Leave me the butterfly emoji again, since we had that. Had that. I never seen that eye that's on this on the side that she's holding. I never seen that. I'm like, what is she holding on to with her butterfly self? What's that? Who that? Interesting. Maybe you holding on to someone that you need to let go of, my Libras. The choice is yours. Alright? Yeah, leave me a butterfly emoji. And yeah. Okay, we're gonna move on to Scorpio. Alright, Scorpio, this is your reading. Third house energy is going to benefit you the most or affect you the most during this time. Has to do with the mind, communication, siblings, like elementary learning. So you might be starting something new, a new skill, a new hobby, or something like that. Again, throat chakra, communication outwardly expressing yourself, and also downloads, okay? You might be getting heck of downloads from spirit, especially within the dream realm. Again, from talking about from the astro forecast, and I'm like this because heck of downloads, crown chakra, heck of downloads. It did come out in reverse. I And probably wise, probably because you're running yourself ragged. And what you need to do is make sure you take time to rest and rejuvenate. This is Four of Swords, okay? Take time for rest and meditation. You know, a lot of times we like, and sometimes you can just be walking about and you just get a download. But at this point, you might want you're in search for more, something a little deeper. Brushing up on your meditative practice will be beneficial at this time. If you might be starting a new meditation routine, or you might, go back to basics and start, build that foundation back again. All right, to get clearer visions, clearer downloads, get your faith in check, okay? Because with it being in reverse, you could be losing faith or reevaluating your beliefs at this time. So I feel like the more that you rest, rejuvenate, meditate, you'll really get that connection back, and you might even get that new spark. When you think about people that just get baptized and how they like super Christians, when they first come out, that's kind of like the feel that I'm getting. I feel like you're gonna get epiphanies. It's like also like Sagittarius energy is what I'm thinking of, okay? That burning fire of faith, okay? So yeah, let's do the Heal Yourself Oracle. Y'all, so Libras, which was before y'all, we just talked about Phoenix rising, and it comes out. Phoenix rising, okay? So you're going through this change, this metamorphosis too. Know that this this death, this change that you're going into is taking you to new heights, new elevations. This you might even start getting into like star seeds and dragons and all these things, these archetypes that can help you tap into more with the crown chakra. You may want to protect your crown more, cover your head more, lay some more protection. And then the Phoenix rising too, it's just like that's where the faith comes in, where people probably praying on your downfall, and it's like they thought you're very strong and you can persevere through anything, Scorpio. So I feel like this is why your faith might be being tested, and why you need to rely on it the most right now, because you are about to shock even yourself. Okay? I know them other people thought they had you, and you probably thought that they had you too, or you thought that all hope was lost. Spirit said no. Dig deeper into the depths of your soul. You're going to find the answer, and you're going to get what and reap what you rightfully deserve. Okay? I love that for you. I love that for you, Scorpio. Comment. I love to read the comments. All right. Leave me a purple heart, or a crown. Purple heart and crown. You can give me a mixture. Okay. Give me a mixture of both. All right, Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. We got, let's see, four more. Four more. We got Sagittarius next. Okay, Sag, this is your reading. Your the house that's going to affect you the most is the second house. Second house is Taurus energy. So working on your money, your finances, your goals, your routine, your self-love, your value, your beliefs are things that might be really heavy on your heart at this time. Okay. Two, again, choices, decisions, balance, harmony, polarities. So you might be weighing out options. You might be trying to restore balance into your life, peace in your home type feel. Okay, so we're gonna pull and see what's for you. Disruption, the Tower, the Tower, and I do want to put this Two of Wands, the waiting game. Okay, it's just a matter of time. You might be feeling things might be a little chaotic right now. Systems are crumbling, but it's not the end. It is there to fall, to level the playing fields. It is also there to build better foundations. Okay, so wherever you're feeling obstacles, or you're feeling defeated, let down, these swift, sudden changes, that is an area of life that needs your most attention right now, and that you need to address that and implement better routines within that. Work on better habits. It takes what, 21 days, 3 weeks to develop a habit. So give yourself grace, okay? And sometimes it takes more than that, because we go in and out. Don't give up. Don't lose sight. Everything's going to be okay. Okay. Trust. Trust. All right. We're going to get into the heal yourself. It's this one. Courage. Courage. With the vibrational scale, how I was saying, as long as you get to courage, you can do it. You can do it. So have the courage to know that you can get through these obstacles. It might be within finances, within your career, within your job, things like that. If you have the courage to shine a light on what's going on and not just put a band-aid over it, get down to the nitty-gritty, nip it in the bud now, so that way you don't have to deal with it again, because you're going to keep going through the same chaotic BS if you don't address it. Okay, so have the courage to see it through. You might have to step up to the plate. Someone may be let go at your job. Maybe you're getting more on your plate, or things like that. This is where balance comes in. This is where trying to have work-life balance and boundaries. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. Because look at the yellow around him too. That's like a protective barrier. That's also giving me solar plexus, which where boundaries, is an archetype of that. So having boundaries, have the courage to say no. It's probably going to disrupt other people's peace, but it ain't going to disrupt yours. Okay? I'm here for it. I hope you are too. All right? Comment. I love to read the comments. Leave me Oh no, they got a lantern emoji. I'd just be making up emojis at this point. They got a tower emoji. If not, leave me the lion for courage, for courage, for courage. Got it. Awesome, Sag. All right, we're going to move on to Capricorn. Cappies. All right, Capricorn, this is your reading. The house that's going to affect you the most is the first house. So this is your appearance, this is your body, this is how people view you. These are new beginnings, baby. So yeah, you might be really catapulted into new beginnings and this new life that you have been wanting to manifest. You might be like, I'm here, but now it's time to maintain. It's time to lock that thing down, right? So working through that, and that might be changing a lot of how you view yourself, how others view you, how you show up, and it's okay. It's gonna take some time. Show yourself grace to embrace that. Okay, we have the throat chakra. Okay, I thought we were gonna come up. The throat chakra. Okay, something might be trapped. You know, a little frog in your throat. It's time to speak up. It's time to be authentic and say how you really feel. Okay. And then I'm thinking about like open throat. Grounding is the You may want to listen to some tone, some frequency. There's something that needs to be shifted or realigned in order for you to unlock the joys of life that you want. Because with the throat chakra, I believe I had got a download where it said something about the throat chakra is like it's the life force energy. So this is like the biggest one. Also, there's power. There's power in the tongue. Remember that? Power in the tongue. So watch your mouth. Watch what you say. Watch how you what? Casting spells on yourself. You keep saying you're broke, you're gonna stay broke. Just saying, Cappies. You know, you can transmute that. Watch your language. You know, that might be something. Speak up for yourself, express yourself, shine your light. Remember, first house energy had that Black Moon Lilith with Leo. So it's time for you to shine. It's time for you to step up to the plate, come out of your cave. You might be introverted a little bit. It's just time to, or you might take the background. You know, it's time for you to, be the lead and not always be the supporting role. All right? Healing. Healing. So definitely some throat chakra healing, right? Communication, any communication issues, avoiding conflict type energy. Also, you may not want to hear. You may not want to hear what others have to say, or maybe not, or your inner self, what spirit is trying to say to you because you already been through so much. Keep an open mind, keep an open heart. Or I would say if you're working on the throat chakra, also work with the heart chakra as well. That will help, and they're right by each other, right in here. You can just be in this area. You can, and she's doing, oh, that's candle work. She's doing candle work. You can do candle work here. You can do energy work by, going like this with the heart in here. You can even do here in the sacral chakra because, yeah, I'm hearing like a ringing. It's very soft, but I heard it. Um, because I associate the sacral and the throat because that's where creativity, expression, right, comes out. And also the sacral chakra is where we store a lot of our emotions, right? And that's something that you need to purge out and heal right? You can work with those two chakras, right? All right, I'm trying to see what else am I seeing here for you all. I think just, yeah, maybe solitude might be the best thing for you right now to go through this, or maybe you have to realize, figure out what you're going to say or how you're going to say it, right? Take some time with it. Don't just go on impulse. All right. All right, my Capricorns. I hope that you enjoyed. Comment. I love to read the comments. Leave me a candle. A white candle. A white candle. That's Tamar. Yeah, leave me a white candle emoji. Okay. I already got two more, y'all. Two more. We're going to the Aquarius. Aquas. Okay, Aquarius, this is your reading. The house that is going to affect you the most is the 12th house. This is Pisces energy. This has to do with spirituality. This has to do with illusions, confusion, the subconscious, right? Diving, okay? It said reconnecting, diving deep, okay? There might be something that's buffering in your mind, or you keep going into this constant cycle over and over and over and over. It's getting out of that, all right? And you might want to clear out the subconscious or really tap into your dreams, hypnosis, past life regressions, Akashic records, all that kind of fun stuff. Or again, going back to basics within your spirituality might be something. I'm hearing love too. Might be 12th house is also about healing. Healing. So loving on yourself, loving on others, healing your love life, right? Trying to see what else comes up. I'm not getting much right now. Yeah. We got trapped in fear, which is 8 of Swords, right? That's that victim mentality. It's in reverse though. And again, Phoenix rising. So this can be transmuted. If you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling trapped, if you're feeling caged in, knowing that you can change that, you can let this version of you die and be born anew. All right. Also think about your environment. You might need to change your environment. If you feel like you're stuck, you've been conditioned to feel like this. There's a way out. Okay. You might just need to take some time to work through that and figure that out. Consult with your spiritual team, right? This is where, again, your faith might be tested. This is like to connect you again with the divine and to get new up levels in your connection, okay? But yeah, it's definitely transmuting that fear. And they even talked about it in the Kabbalion that we did earlier in this live. Transmuting that fear into courage. Fear into courage. Okay, so remembering you are the alchemist, you are the magician, the power is inside of you. Okay, you have the power to clear the path to a new life. You have the power to change anything that you don't really care for in your life. You're not just stuck to one reality. You can jump through timelines. You can switch through parallel universes. Again, being in the now, changing, making those little changes, you're rewriting history or rewriting the trajectory that you've been on. Okay? You don't have to be stuck. All right? Unless you want to be, unless you want to stay there. All right? Build firm foundations, 4 of Pentacles, and you got it. You got it. Okay? I hope that you all enjoyed. Comment. I love to read the comments. Leave me a book, because she's in the library. Books might be significant. You might need to study up, read some books, get some more knowledge, right? Utilize the tools that they're giving you and integrate them into your life. Okay? A book. Book. All right, we're gonna get into the last one, Pisces. We're at the 2 hour mark. All right, Pisces, this is your reading. The house that's going to affect you the most is the 11th house. This is Aquarius's energy. This has to do with friends. This has to do with the world, the collective as a whole, unity, right? This can also be about detachment. So you might need to let go of some things or work on detachment so that way you can attract what you want to call in. All right. So we're going to pull right? We have 5 of Swords, conflict and defeat. Okay? Conflict and defeat. So you may feel this way, right? You might be going through a lot of obstacles, all this, but know that how everyone else is shifting, you might not be really influenced by the media or other people. You might dance to the beat of your own drum. That is Aquarius's energy, very rebellious type of feel. So I feel like you're probably here to shake things up a little bit. And when I did that and looked down, this was confirmation. At the base of the deck, stand your ground. Take no stuff. So whatever you might be opposing what other people are feeling or saying, and okay, it says something went wrong and it stopped. So people probably are trying to stop you. Okay, it's still moving. Let me check on here. This is again the second time it says something went wrong. We've been on this live for over 2 hours and now it's a problem. Now you having conflict. Somebody's trying to stop you from being the best version of you, okay? Or they don't want to see what you're trying to give them, okay? Because you're probably speaking truth, okay? Stand your ground, take no stuff, and keep shining a light where other people are trying to shun, okay? All right, we're going to get into the final message here for you. These are popping out, right? They're popping out. Courage. Courage. We've been talking about that. Courage. Courage. Have the courage to speak your truth. To be to not be liked, you know, because you're trying to change what isn't working, you know? And I feel like people will, when it's all said and done, people are going to appreciate what you've done. But right now, you're probably going to be the villain. You're going to be the villain. And it's okay. Sometimes we're villains in people's stories. And so, oh well. But you're doing what you're supposed to do. Okay? So I hope that you enjoyed my Pisces. Comment. I love to read the comments. Leave me Leave me a skull. Leave me a skull with the sun. Okay? So, yes, that's that. And I know we got one more. I'm going to do a collective pull to close us out. Okay, y'all. So I hope that you all enjoyed this. This was my first time back. I skipped the Scorpio full moon with the eclipses and Mercury retrograde to be back. I'm in a new space. I have my own business suite here in Nashville. So if you're in the area, come holler at me. All right, holler at your girl. So we're going to get into the final message. Chakra insight. I want to thank my guides, your guides, for coming into this reading. And yeah, that's all. That's all. Yep. Emotional balance, heart chakra, courage, everything that we've been talking about. Now, I ain't gonna lie, it did come in reverse. So that's something that we need to work on. Emotional balance, right? Keeping that harmony, stability, peace, and fluidity. Okay? Embracing all aspects, the light and the dark. That is the only way we can get through this. The masculine and feminine aspects, the light and the dark, the yin yang, the action and rest. Okay? We got it. You got this. Use this Taurus energy to your advantage. Happy Taurus New Moon. Shout out to all my Tauruses. And I will see y'all in the next one. See ya.